Change or Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad question.
Hey, Rashad.
All right, let's go ahead and start in the room. You sure?
I'll take my chance.
Go ahead.
Becky, two questions. When all is said and done, was there still too much one-on-one play by your team? And number two, with 19 seconds to go, you had the timeout. You were speaking to the refs before you huddled. What were you saying to the refs?
I was talking to the refs all night. I mean, we shot 10 free throws for the game. They had 10 at half. It's 38-60 in our series with fouls called. Tiffany Hayes got hit across the head. Swipe down. Jackie Young got stood up like a football block. Completely stopped all her momentum. Should be shooting. So yeah, to answer your question, we went one-on-one a few times during the bulk of the game that I didn't like. But when it came down the stretch and we were putting ourselves in a position to win, Tip Hayes gets to the rack, no call. Jackie gets bumped before she even gets to the rack, no call, and then got fouled again. So no, I'm not thrilled.
Becky, you guys were down 20 late in the third. I think you dumped the bench for a bit and they got you back in it. Just talk about the play of the bench and what they did to give you a chance to get there at the end.
Well, they got stops. I mean, when you're down 20, you better get some stops. They had a lot of, they just started moving the ball. And we know when we move the ball, good things happen for us. But we have too much Jekyll and Hyde. We move the ball great in the first quarter and then go completely away from it in the second quarter. I don't know how you go from 24 points in a quarter to 8 or 9 like we did last time we played them. The ball stops moving and it can't. So that being said, our bench coming in, the ball moved and good things happen. They got stops. I mean, they gave us really a chance to crawl back in there and stick our nose in where probably people didn't think it was going to be today.
To speak on the resiliency of the team, Sydney calls and comes in, this is a big layup, however it comes down, it's a big three. Just the overall resiliency of the team, down by 20, up by 1, just a roller coaster of the game. It just speak to the resiliency of the team.
I mean, we got a resilient group. We know how to take a hit. I was proud the way they battled. You have opportunities throughout the game to kind of fall apart, and they didn't. So I give my team a lot of credit with their fight, sticking together when it got hard, when it got ugly. A couple possessions, we looked like the Bad News Bears. Were kicking it all over the court. And then still found ourselves in a position to win the game. So pretty pleased overall with the effort. And there's, we chucked some layups too. I mean, every game we've played them, we've missed a couple point blank layups. Like you can't do that against this team because not only is it just a momentum killer, but now you're in transition defense on a bucket that you should have had. And typically, if you're missing a layup, it means somebody's out of the play and not able to get back. So we got to help ourselves in some of these situations. Obviously, we missed Asia's rim protection a lot today. But even that, I was going back to what I was saying is on the free throw line block out. I told Mrs. Suffren that I wanted a timeout when we had possession. So as soon as Tip got possession, even though the ball was batted around, that's why you tell a ref.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I have no idea what I did. Carry on.
That's why you tell a ref. Is so if something of course I can call a timeout if she makes it and we have to take it out or the balls bounces out of bounds. Those are easy ones. I'm telling you in advance so that if we have a ball that we get possession of and it's live, I want a timeout immediately. And so they wouldn't. That's what I was arguing with them about. That's exactly why I went up and told her during the free throw, I want a timeout as soon as we have possession. Didn't happen.
Anything else in the room, Ben?
Asia, it seemed like throughout the whole game, she was talking to the reserves. She would talk to the team, on the bench before timeouts. You walked over, just what was it like having her on the bench the whole game? Did you notice anything, see anything, work with players? Was anything different?
That is not what I'm watching. I got my head fully immersed in what's happening on that 94 feet. I mean, that's who she is, though. I'm not surprised she's in people's ears and encouraging people. I mean, she was fully locked into that game. Just because she wasn't out there playing, she still knows and understands basketball and understands what we want. And so, yeah, not surprised. I
Thanks.
wasn't paying attention that closely, though.
And just did it remind you, the rhythms of this game remind you at all of game 4 last year? I know, different groups, different teams, you talk about the improvement, but do you feel enemy building similar or?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think everybody knows these two teams are not particularly fond of each other. I know we got a lot of respect for them. I know they have a lot of respect for us. We're battling for the same thing. Have a lot of respect for their coaching staff. So, we always come prepared for a war. 10 free throws in a game like that, where there's physical and there's stuff on the line. That's 2 free throws a quarter, basically. That's not right. And so, take it on the chin, but that's not right. 60-38 in the 3 games.
Thanks a lot, Coach. We'll let you go.
Change or Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Brandon,
Yeah,
you want one
we
quick question?
can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.